Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Hi.
I can.
Hi, everybody. Good morning.
Good morning.
Just admit. I'm just going to let everybody into from the waiting room.
Excuse me if I have to shut the audio camera off in case a customer comes in.
Yeah, no worries.
Hi, William. You okay, buddy?
I'm very good, mate. How are you?
Getting there.
That's it. That's it. Let's get the knowledge, eh?
Hi.
Flipping expire.
It's okay getting the knowledge. It's keeping it stayed in the brain. That's the problem.
Where are you?
In Bolton,
Are you? I am in Bolton.
we own a shop on Blackburn Road, a framing shop.
I see. I see. Oh my goodness. Wow. Blackburn Road, eh?
Yeah.
That's it. Wow. So you use these a lot, do you?
I have. I think I have used them once before, but it's then when you don't keep on top of something, it just
Yeah. 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 I think you have to look for a youngsters to give it to him or her. You know, a young person to say. I'm not saying that you're unable.
Thank you very much, William.
I'm not saying that you're unable to do it. I'm just saying, you
No,
know, these
it's
youngsters have got.
Well, one of the problems is having our own business is just finding the time.
This is exactly why I'm doing this, just to see what the girl across the office does. And I had a bit of time today. I thought, let's jump in. Let's just be not be a absolutely novice when she's talking. Just just to know a little bit about it.
What's your business?
We are in construction.
Oh, excellent. Good.
Yeah, in construction. So we use these a lot for things like template and organograms and the like. It's pretty good. I mean, Claire is very good at it, but I want to know a little bit more.
Definitely, yeah. I know where you're coming from.
So
Okay.
Pink is a guru, is she?
That's the rumor.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do, I am going to make a start because we have only got an hour. I'm going to put you all. Oh, we've got some more people coming in. 1 second. Hopefully you can you can see the Canva screen. It is being recorded, and then we'll have a time for questions at the end. So last 5-10 minutes, we'll do some questions if that's okay with everyone.
Can we have a link for the recording for if we want to ever revisit anything?
I'm sure that won't be a problem.
Okay. Excuse me, I just have to switch off for a while.
Yep. Okay, no problem. Right. So I want to go down to that. And then Okay, right. So we're going to make a start. So what we're going to cover today, we're going to cover setting up your free account. We're going to look at the different templates available from that Canva provide. We're also going to look at the different features they have for adding text, changing fonts, looking at colours, putting on what they call elements, integrating your own photographs, looking at their stock images, and then we're going to look at making a template, making a design from scratch, and also sharing it on your social media. Okay, so I think that's, let me just check this one. Is there one more to come in? No, they've disappeared. Okay, right, that's done. Okay, so there are two versions of Canva. There's a free version, and then there is what they call a pro version. The pro version's got a subscription fee, and you'll start to see when you're playing around on the screen, anything that is a paid element tends to have this little crown symbol next to it, and it will encourage you to either upgrade your subscription, or you can purchase an element or a picture. But for the sake of today, we're going to talk about the free package. To sign up to it, it's very simple. You just need an email account. Once you've put in on the home page, you put in your email address, it will send you a verification code, and then that brings you to this screen here. So my other advice would be, once you've got into the system, is that you go into your account and make sure it's the right settings. So to go into the system, here is the little cog. So we're going to open the account settings. We're going to check your name. We're going to check your email address. It's going to ask you what you're using Canva for. You don't have to reply, but you can do. You can say, well, it's small business or charity, whatever. But what's more important is you want to change the language, and this is also where you'll notice if your social media accounts are linked. So when we come on to posting on social media, this is the bit that you can check, actually, is it already linked? So you'll see here, I've already linked my Facebook and my Instagram account, and towards the end, I'll show you how to do that. Okay. The other setting feature that you'll need to do, which is not on this screen but as underneath, is the password. So you can set yourself a password, because as you're logging into the account, it does give you a verification code, but it doesn't ask you to set a password. So I'd always recommend that you come in, set a password, and that way you know it's your account, and then you can start to use it. You can use it on your desktop. You can log into it on the app on your phone, and then you know it's the same account. Okay. And then we're going to go back to the home screen. So at any point, if you're stuck, click on the big Canva sign that's in the top left hand corner, and that will bring you back to what they call their dashboard. Okay. So what's great about Canva is it's already got a lot of inbuilt templates for you to use and to edit for your relevant businesses. I'm going to show you a couple of examples. We've got ones that I've stored so far, but we've got some social media images, and I've also got some documents like posters, leaflets that you can also create. Print them via Canva, or you can download them yourself and send them to an independent printer. It's up to yourself. But if you look across the top, Canva is asking you, what are you doing? What's your purpose of what you're designing today? So from a social media point of view, if we click on the social media tab, what it has is all the different designs for the different platforms. So you've got your Instagram posts, Instagram stories, then reels and adverts are different shapes. Similarly for Facebook, you've got, is it a post? Are you making a cover image for a group or an event? Is it going to be an advert that's got a different size? And then carrying on all the other platforms here, you can put WhatsApp. There's all sorts. So if you're doing particular, like I think TikTok or or Twitter, whichever, you can just search for it and it will bring up the right sizes basically. And then if it wasn't for social media, but it was for other things to do with the business, the print products, it does like A4, A3, postcards, flyers, they're all here. Okay. They do also do branding for like t-shirts and bags, but we're going to talk about just the designs for now. And then it also does has presentation templates as well. So whereas you perhaps previously used PowerPoint, you can also do interactive presentations here if you were going to present something. Okay, so for the sake of today, we're going to look at templates. To start with templates for social media. So on the left-hand column, it says templates. Let it load up. And it's again asking, what are you creating a template for? So it's for social media, and what platform are you doing it for? So if the one that you want's not here, there's a little button to the right. You can click across and say, well, I'm doing it for a different platform. I'm going to go with Instagram and Instagram Square today. So click on the Instagram Square, and again, it's going to bring up a lot of designs that people have been doing over the last few months to give you some inspiration. Okay, so all these are previously created by different people. And what I was saying earlier about the Pro version, you can see as I'm hovering over here, this template, if I wanted to use this template now, I'd have to upgrade to a Pro account. So we just dismiss it. And we focus on ones that haven't. So the first one hasn't got an icon, and these ones haven't got icons. So they're all good ones to pick and start to use. Okay, we're going to use this quote one here. So we're going to click on the quote. And what it's going to do, it's going to ask you, do you want to use this? Yes. It's telling you it can be it's 100% fully customizable, so that means that they're not going to charge you. And then we're going to say, yes, please, I want to use this template. Okay. So what we've now got is the template, and as you can see, as I'm hovering over the image, the blue line is showing you which part of that image is editable and what can be changed. So that's the text, that's the image, that's the background. Okay. And then on the left-hand side are all the tools that you need to change anything on this image. Okay. So let's expand the elements. So first off, what I'm thinking is, well, I could use this for my business, but actually my business is pink spaghetti, so I need it to be pink. So I'm going to click on the background. So I'm hovering over it. I can see that the background's highlighted, and I'll click. And then what it's doing over here in the top corner is saying, well, this is the background colour at the moment. All I need to do to change it is to hover over it, click onto it, and say, actually, I'd prefer it to be a different shade. It's going to suggest some colours for me. So I could turn it that pink. Or I could say, well, actually, I know my branding's a different shade than that. And I know my codes. So I can click on the plus sign here. And I can say, well, actually, I want it to be a certain colour. And as you're changing the text, just ignore Canva. See what it's doing now, because it's trying to sell you. It's trying to upgrade. Do you want to go for Pro? Do you want to go for Pro? No. But what I can do here is, if you know the colours of your branding, or if you just know a particular shade that you want to use, you've got this this tool here to pick a different pink. So I can say, well, actually, that's more my pink. I'll pick that one, and it's there. At any point, do you want to change any colours, you'll know which part of the so if I hover over here now, you can see that the colours have changed, because it's a different this bit here that's in the brackets is different colours. If I wanted to make this piece of sellotape here, because I know it's at the dark colour there, I'd hover over it and I'll say, well, actually, I want that to be purple. And it's that simple. You can quickly just change colours. Okay. The other bit that's fairly straightforward is the text. So we've got a text here. We've got a quote already written. I like it, but actually it's not really my fonts. It's not my branding. But I think, well, I could change that. Similar to on a Word document, you just hover over it. And then up here, it's telling me this is the name of the font. This is the size. I could bold, I could underline, I can put it in italics. I can move it to the left, to the right, back to the middle. Similar that you would do on any document. We're going to drop down here and we're going to pick another free font. And if I start to scroll, there are hundreds of fonts. And again, you'll start to see that some of them are paid features, some of them aren't. So we'll pick one that isn't, and it will quite simply change the font. Hover over it again. Actually, I would like it a bit stronger, so I'm going to make it a bit bigger. But as you can see, what's happening now, it's changing and it's filling out space, so I can make the boxes bigger. This little white element here, I'm going to stretch it out and I'm going to make it a bit bigger. What I can also then do is think, well, I need to make sure it's in the center of the image, and if I hover over it, come away, let's hover over it, it's going to show me where the center of the image is, and hopefully you'll be able to see there that it's brought up 2 purple lines that said that's in the dead center of your design there. If I move it, come back, it's in the dead center. It just helps with your positions. And then I think, well, I don't need this bit. I might want to keep the daily motivation. I don't want to keep this bit because that's not mine. Simply hover over it and delete it. So what you've got there is a quote that can go out on social media. And I think, well, actually, I really like that design. I want to use it for some other quotes. I want people to start to recognise my branding. So I'm going to use the same template again. What is really great is that I can just hover over here and I can duplicate it. So now I've got 2 versions of it, and down under here, I can start to edit it. So if you find a design that you do like, one that you want to use again, don't edit the original, just duplicate it. What we've also got over here is the Elements tab. So elements are anything that the graphics, they could be movement. So if we click over, so we're clicking on the elements and we're going to click graphics. And first of all, it's going to suggest some that you could use. Because we've already got sellotape, it's thinking, well, maybe you want a drawing pin. Or you think, well, no, actually, I want to make it, I want to put, well, let's go with Christmas. We're going to put some Christmas candy canes on. So I can click on there, pull it over, and it will go onto my design. It will go onto it too big. And all I just need to do then is make it a bit smaller and hover into the right place. What you'll also notice is that this design is moving. So these candy canes are moving. So what that then does, it turns instead of it being in a solid image, it's turned into a video. So from a Canva point of view, when we coming on to downloading, we have to bear in mind there's an element on there that moves. So I'm not uploading a photograph, I'm uploading a video. The one underneath hasn't got that, and I'll put something solid on there. So I'll just put the balloons on there. So again, that goes back to being an image. Some of the elements are great because again, you can change the colours. Some of them you can't. So if we look at these balloons, think, well, those balloons are really nice. If I hover over them, I haven't got an option to change them. The colours haven't come up. Whereas if I hover over the candy canes, you can see that the colours have come up. So these, I can edit them. So I could actually, in effect, change those, the red to pink. And again, because I've used the pink previously, Canva's going to say, well, you used this pink before, do you want to use the same pink? And the pink's changed, and the red's changed to pink. Those colours will only come up if the element can be edited, and you'll only know that by putting it onto a design and hovering over it. If I hover over the balloons again, like I said, I can't change the colour of those balloons. However, I can say, well, actually, I really like those balloons, and I want to use them again on the design, and I like the spacing, I like the size, I've made them small enough. I can right click and I can press copy, right click again, press paste, and it's duplicated the balloons. So I can put them on both sides. I know they're the same size. What Canva will also do, as I slowly hover, and it possibly might not come up on the video, it will start to suggest, yes, that they're in line, they match one another. And you'll be able to see that that's in the center. I'm hovering over to the right hand side. It's suggesting to me that's similar placement to the other side. And I can put them down. Okay. Elements, you could, if you had something in mind, you can search for a design. So I might want to put a hat. So if I just put hat, again, it's going to suggest what kind of hat. It also puts in what people are doing, what other Canva users are using at the moment. So I've written in hat, so Santa hat has come up because it's getting close to Christmas, but it might be actually, I'm not doing a Santa one, I'm doing a party hat because these are just balloons. And I can just pick. And again, hovering over them would suggest if it's a pro. These top ones are free, this one's a pro. I can pick that one. Pop it into the corner, and because the colours have come up, I can change the colours. I can brand it to how I'd like it to look. So what you've quite quickly there got is two designs, similar in that they've got your branding and your fonts that you'd like, but for different reasons. One could go out for a Christmas post, one could go out for a birthday post. Going back to the elements, can we catch up? Canva's now telling you that it knows the kind of designs that you like. So again, and the ones that you've used recently will come to the top. I'm going to just duplicate. Well, no, actually, I'm not going to duplicate. Let's just add more people in. Underneath this design, I'm going to make a blank version. So instead of duplicating this one above, I'm going to add a page. And the only thing that's going to come through is the background. And then I'm going to say over here what I want to do. So it's suggesting that I want to maybe do something to do with a party because it knows that's the kind of designs I've already used. But what it's also showing is some photos and potentially some videos that might match my design. It's trying to guess, basically. What we're going to do down here is we're going to look at photographs and frames. So rather than using the shapes, we're going to use frames. And the reason we're going to use frames is because frames suck photographs into the design. So we've got a square design here. We're going to put a round frame in the center. Yep, that fits. We're going to make it a bit bigger and make sure it still fits. Okay. And then we say, right, I want to put a photograph in there. Okay. So down on the left hand side, you've got apps that will integrate with Canva. But for the sake of this, we're doing photos. And it's going to, again, suggest some photos, stock photos that it's got. Or if I wanted to, I can upload a photograph I've already got and bring it through. For now, I'm going to borrow one of Canva's. Let's find a photograph. and get the baby. I'm hovering over it. It hasn't got a crown on it, so it's free to use, and I'm going to bring it into my design, and it's going to perfectly fit in there. If it hadn't fit perfectly, I can double click and I can move it. But for now, it's that there. If you wanted to upload some photos, you've just got this upload button, and it would just say upload files, and where are you uploading it from. So you can link your Google Drive, you could link your Dropbox. I think it doesn't matter. And again, similar, you can upload your videos, and that's where the photos would be. But for now, we're going to borrow Canva's. If we go to photos, again, it's got a great search option. So if I'm searching for hat again, and it's going to bring graphic hats, but then it's also going to bring photograph hats as I start to scroll. So there's a variety of hats. That's part of that I want. Let's have a look. What also is great is because I'm not upgraded to a pro, I can search for free ones. Or I used to be able to search for free ones. They've taken that option away. Let's have a look. Yeah. Right. So we've looked at the elements, which are the graphics, the little icons. We've got the frames underneath here. There's a whole range of different shapes. So if I give you a good idea of what variety you've got, you don't have to have round, you can have square. These ones have borders, they look quite nice. If I hover over, if I duplicate this one, I'm going to get rid of the baby. I'm going to put this one in here. You can see it's got a frame, and as I was going back, you can change the colours because we know the colours come up here. So we're going to change it to purple. No, I'm going to change the frame to purple even. Okay. And then search for what it is that you're looking for. So if I want to find a picture of a cat in the photos, plenty of different pictures of cats, and I can pull one into the picture. All right. What I then want to do is put some text on this one, similar to above here, where we've got some text and some, we've got the post-it note and some writing. I'm going to say, well, I want to put some text on here. So we're going to look over on the text button, and initially it's going to ask you what size text. Well, we're going to go for small, and we're going to pull it over here, and we're going to start to write some text. Delete. And as I've said before, I'm hovering it over, so it's bringing up all the elements of the text. I can change the font, change the size, and then importantly, I can change the colour. I can make it white, I can make it bold, I can turn it italics. What Canva will also do is suggest some fonts that he thinks you might want to use. So here it's saying, well, these are good combinations. But what you'll tend to find is after the first few, again, they're pro features, but these ones are great. Bring that over here and change the colours. Okay. So we've got elements. We've looked at the different texts. We've got the photos that Canva provides. Or we also know how to upload. Also, we've got the upload feature to upload your own. And then we're going to look at the videos. So that was a Canva post. No, that was an Instagram post. What Canva does is automatically save. So anything you do play around with, it will save. But and you don't need. But what also you don't need to do is shut it down. You can come back over to the home page, and the design will stay there. So we're going to look now for videos. So it's a video for social media. So again, we're going to look at social media. We're going to look at the right platform for a video. So maybe a Facebook video. Hold on. Okay. Just let it catch up. Will work. Okay. So what for some reason it's not opened. It probably would on your own screen. I think it's possibly because we're sharing our screen, but I'm going to bring a video in here from Canva. So we're going to pinch one of theirs. Let's pinch this one. And just by clicking on it, what it's done is brought the design into the template. So now here we are, we've got another template that we could edit. You could make it your own. As I'm hovering over, you could change text, change colours. And down here are the video features. So let's have a look what it's saying. It's what it's saying here. And actually, again, in the top right hand corner is this video will run for 5.7 seconds. It will actually, that's too long. So we can shorten it down to 5 seconds. And then also you could add another video next to it. So we'll bring that one in. And then we'll add another video down here where it says add page. And we'll add that one in. Okay. And what you can see up here is that what Canva's telling you now is that all these 3 videos together, when you download them all at once, would last 15 seconds. Okay. A lot of videos. Again, there's plenty of, if similar to the photos, there's plenty of videos that you can use in the background of your design, depending on what it is that you wanted to create a post about. If we pick one of these, I'm going to pick a beach. So what you've got is somebody walking across a beach. And again, it's 8 seconds, so we can make it shorter. So it's only 5 seconds, or if you wanted, you can upload your own video. So when we go back to uploads, you could upload a video that you've pre-recorded and you could shorten it, and then you can put elements on it. So at this point, you might want to put an advert on. So if we go up to elements, we can pick a shape. So we're going to pick a little square. I'm going to move it in this corner. Stretch it out. We're going to put some text over the top. So we're going to the text, add a heading. And I'm going to change the text to book now. Okay. I'm just centerize it into the image. And again, can you see that it's brought it up, the purple line, so I know that the text is in the middle of what with the square element. Okay. And then we've got a video now. Okay. Right. I'm going to go back to the original, if I can get to it, design that we did earlier. We'll go back home and refresh. They should be there now. So this is the one I started earlier. Okay, I think right. I've done a couple of posts. I want to there's two options. I want to either download them to post at a later date, or I want to share them now. My advice to you would always be to label them at the top. So at the top you can give them a name. So if say you were doing a batch of posts, you might do celebration posts. And then on the page, this will be Christmas. This will be birthday. And then you'd come down here and you could label baby cat. It's just so for your own reference that you know which one's which. Okay, and then what we're going to do, we're going to start to share it. So over on this right hand side, you've got your share button, and there's quite a few options when you press share. So to start with, we're going to press share, and it's going to ask you where are you sharing it, what do you want to do with it. So if you wanted to download them and store them somewhere first, what you've got is the download tab. We're going to click on the download tab, and if you recall, one of the elements that the candy canes move, so Canva's saying to you, well, you've got a video here, so we're going to download it as an MP4. Actually, I don't want to download it as an MP4 because the birthday one doesn't necessarily move. So I'm saying no, I'm going to pick a PNG. So we can change that to start with. And then it's saying, well, which bit are you downloading? If you download them all together, it makes it into a solid, I don't know. It's not an image. It pulls all your images together and you can't post them separately is what I'm trying to get at. So what I'm saying now is actually, I don't want to download all 5 images. I just want the Christmas one. So we would untick here. I'd tick the Christmas one. I'd say done. And I'd download, and then that will download onto your desktop, ready for you to save wherever you want it. You can attach it to an email, you could send it out on a WhatsApp, it doesn't matter, but it's there ready for you to go. The other alternative is actually I want to send it out on Facebook or Instagram. So we're going to let that happen. Press share again. And instead of pressing download, we're going to share it on socials. So share on socials. As you saw earlier, I've connected my Facebook and my Instagram page. So it has to be a business page. It can't be a personal profile. So I've got my Facebook business page there. Press that. Saying, is this the right account? Yes, this is the right account. No, I don't want it to be a video because it's actually a photograph. And it's saying, which one do you want to share? So we're going to share the birthday one. And then what's your message going to be? Happy birthday from us all. And then all you need to do is publish. It does have a scheduling element, but that's pro. That's a paid for feature. Okay, I'm going to press close because we're not going to publish that now. But that's gone. And similarly, if you wanted to post a video, it would just be share. Okay. Let me just move back to here. So what I want to show you is if your social media wasn't connected and you went this far, so we're going to share it on socials, but actually I thought, well, actually I'm going to share it on Twitter. All it will do is ask you how to connect, ask you to connect your page. So as we're talking through, as we're clicking through, it will just want to know either your handle, the password, and it will then agree to link the accounts. You can only have one social media platform connected to one social media, one Canva account. So if it is already connected to another account, it will set you this platform is already connected to so and so, and it'll suggest that you disconnect it. To disconnect it, you would go back to the account settings. So let's just close that. Back on the home screen where it says your settings. And if I wanted to disconnect our business page and our business Instagram here, because another member of the team wanted to connect it to their account, I just disconnect it here. Okay. I'm just going to take back to the home screen. So we've looked at the posts for social media, and then we've also got they also have posters. So Canva suggests lots of template designs, but actually if you had something in mind, you can search, you can type in this in the top, so, and you put a search. So say you were doing a sale, so I want to do a poster for an end of season sale. So I've typed in end of season, and press enter, and it's going to bring lots of recommendations for other ones that have been for other designs that have been created. And what you can do, you say, well, actually, I'm going to do it. I don't want it. I'm going to do it as a poster. I want it to be a poster to go in the window. So you just go down to your filter and put and filter out anything that wasn't a poster. As I mentioned earlier, a lot of them you can either pay for those elements or you'd have to upgrade. But what it does do is give you lots of design ideas. And you think, well, actually, I quite like that, and I know I can and almost replicate that. So if we look here, this winter sale one, it's a paid feature, but I thought, right, I like that design, and I'm going to do something similar myself. So I'm going to open a new tab here. And I'm going to say, right, I'll start from scratch. So to start a design from scratch, we've got create the design button. So click on create design, and it's asking you, what are you creating? Well, we're creating a poster. If you had really specific measurements, you can put in the size that you want, but as a general rule, you'd go for the same. It's a poster, it's that size. I think, right, well, it had a blue background, so we'll hover over the background and we'll turn it blue. It had icicles on the top, so we're going to go to the elements. We're going to write in snowflakes. It's going to bring up suggestions that you can use. So we'll press see all, and as we're scrolling down, there's different ones. You see there's ones that are moving, but it's a poster, so we don't need them to move. but we're going to use these ones here. We're going to put them up at the top, and then we're just going to replicate them across the top. So we're going to copy, paste, paste, paste. Okay. We need to put some text in it. We're going to suggest ones that they've got, different fonts. So scroll down to one that you like. Like that, but we need to change the colour. So we're going to change it to a darker blue, and then we're going to change it sale now on. So as you can see, and if you had a particular product that you wanted, you can go to your elements, pick a frame. So we'll get rid of the snowflake. I'm going to scroll down to frames. I'm going to put a different shape in. Here we are. So we've got one with 3 photographs in, and then you could put 3 different images in there to show people what you can, what they've got on offer. Okay. Yeah. What I do just want to show you is the different kinds of backgrounds that are available. Let's go to this, back to this one. So as you can see, this has brought up a plain pink one, because that's what I wanted originally. We're going to delete that, and we're just going to search for backgrounds. What it's telling me now is I've got that this design's open in a different tab, so I just need to close it down somewhere else. We'll come back to it. I know it's, there we are. Right. So we're going to look at the template, different template designs, and then we're going to look at backgrounds. So elements. And there's all sorts of different photos and videos that could go in the background. So let's see the graphics available. What you've got is then you've got textured backgrounds. So I think, oh, actually, that's a nice one. It is, unfortunately, it's Pro, but I think we'll actually still, what other pink backgrounds are there? So we can do the search here. So we can search for pink. And I want it to be static because I know it's going to be a picture, and then it's going to show me different pink ones. So actually, rather than having a solid solid pink background, I can pull this one over, which is a bit nicer. It's got less, and it's got it fades in and out. I'm going to put some text on here, and I'm also going to show you how to make the text animated. So I'm going to put happy birthday on. Okay. So along with changing the colour of the text, the font size, the positioning, what you have also is some effects and animations. If I press on the effects here, it gives you an idea. I can put a shadow on some of the on it. I can change the transparency, or I could also curve it. So there's lots of different effects that you can have there. And then also you can animate the text. So I could have it so that it's, let's scroll up. gradually coming into the screen, fading in and out. Some of them last longer than others. You're stuck with what Canva decides, unless on the timings. You can change it, but again, it's a paid feature, but you wouldn't need to. But you can. There's lots of different ones that like drifting, and you can have it so that it's both. We'll just stick with that one. Okay. And then, as I was saying, when I share that this time, because it is a movement, we'd share it as a video. So when we're going to share on the socials, saying, what are you sharing? We're sharing a video, because it is a video, because it's moving, but actually it's only, what page is it? It's page 5 that we're sharing. And publish. Okay. Fine. Right. So we have covered everything on the remit, setting up your account, looking at the templates, editing a template that you like, starting a design from fresh, so creating a design and saying, well, actually, I'm going to create a post for Instagram, but it will just give you a blank square. Uploading your photos where they would be over on the left hand side where the elements are. Uploading your videos, that's where they would be. Putting elements on top of a design, so we've seen how we put the video, and then we can put the text over the top, so the text stays but the video carries on. Linking your social media account would be, once you've created the design, pressing the share button, and then it will Canva will talk you through linking your design, your platform, and putting in your password. Okay, so I am going to open up for any questions. Let's see. Okay. Is there anybody who does have any questions? If you do have any questions, you can, I think hopefully you should be able to unmute yourself.
How do you make any of these transparent?
I think it's a paid feature.
All right.
So how do you mean? So what did you have in mind?
You know, like if you got two elements, and you want one to be the predominant element with, like,
oh right, yeah, you should, that should be a feature that you can do. Let me get a design. Let's go on. I picked the wrong one second. This one. So you mean if you wanted to like fade out the balloons?
yeah, so that it can
so
still...
if you wanted to fade out the balloons over here, so if you click on the these balloons here, you can see they're highlighted. Over here on the right hand side, there's a transparency button, and you would just fade them out.
I see.
Okay.
I see.
Yeah. What also need to what is good to bear in mind is when you've got a busy design, so it might be that you still want the birthday, the hat, but you don't want it to you want the post-it note at the front. You'd right click it and you could push it to the back. Well, you push it backwards, not to the back, so you push it backwards and that will bring the post-it note in front, or you could bring it forward again.
Right.
Okay, you can, and also the transparency works with photos. It's just over there in the right hand corner.
Right. Thank you.
These other features are good as well. So also, if you thought, well, actually, I really like where that position is on the design, and I don't want to accidentally move the photograph, you can lock the photograph down. So once it's highlighted, there's a padlock here. Press lock, and whatever you do to that design now, that photograph won't move.
Brilliant.
Okay. So does that answer that?
Yes, it did. Yes,
Yep,
it did. Thank you.
What's the difference between the videos and reels? It's just where they're being shown. So it's a size more than anything. If you're wanting a reel for social media, it's more of a rectangle. If you're wanting a video for an Instagram post, it would be square. And if you wanted a video for a Facebook post, it would be rectangle. So the content wise, it doesn't matter. It's just a template that you'd want to start your design on. So if I come back here, if we come back up to home, so the reels will more than likely be under the social media tab. Let's go down here. So you've got Instagram stories again, which can be static, but an Instagram reel would be is a video, but it's a rectangle video. Let's click on it if it will. I have to click down here. No. Yeah. Browse templates. Here we are. So it's giving you examples here of different kinds of reels and different features. If we clicked on one of these, let's have a look. It will break down, hopefully. Let's see. Yeah, what it's done here is it showed you the different features. So this, so if you picked on this screen, where are we in the car? That one here, you could move away the text. And if you clicked on that one, you say, well, I just want to change the text. You could delete it or anything else. Let's go back. Oh, that's another thing I didn't mention is if you did make an error, there's a really good back and forward to undo. Okay. So does that clear that up? Fab. Okay. Any other questions?
What do you get as a pay member more than you will get as a free member? And is there a time limit to be a free member?
No, there's no time limit to be a free member. What tends to happen is when you join as a free member, it will offer you I think it's 28 days pro membership for free to try. What you do get is you get a lot more elements. You get a wider range of stock images and videos. You also get a feature to resize. So where we were just talking about what's the difference between the video and the reel, if we opened a reel, and it's actually, I'm not going to post that as a reel. I want to post it as a Facebook post. Let me see if I've still got it open. I don't know if I still have. No, but well, I'll use the example of the poster. So if I wanted, I said, oh, I really like this poster, but actually I don't need it as a poster. I want to use it as a post for Facebook. I'm not going to print it off. What you have is this resize button here. And I can click on, so actually it's going to be a Facebook post instead, and it will automatically resize it for the right platform from the design you've already got. So what you could do is create one design and make it the right size for Facebook, the right size for Twitter, the right size for Instagram, without having to post the same picture and it look wrong on the different platforms. But that is a paid feature.
Right, but if you're really not going to be using it as a professional, I think the free one should be enough.
The free one should get you through what you need. From our point of view, we use it because it's a wider range of stock images. So the monthly subscription covers more than what we would pay if we were paying for stock images.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Just one more thing. You know, when you said you can resize it. Sorry, somebody just walked out. You can resize it for Facebook, but does one of the social media platforms have where if you do it on one, you'd automatically go onto the other platform as well? So how would that work?
So our recommendation would always be to go with the Instagram size, because it's the smallest of them. So rather than doing a rectangle that's Facebook and squashing it onto Instagram, we'd go with Instagram, and that would then also cover Facebook or other platforms. Okay. Also, when you're creating your design, kind of bear in mind that you're only going to use the center of the design, so that if it does get edited on any other platform, they're not losing anything that's important. So, for example, if I put this, if you were going to use like a Facebook one, if you'd accidentally already started and you'd got a Facebook template ready, make sure the edges are just color rather than any of the significant text. Because Facebook will put it out as it wants, but it might squash it when it comes out on Instagram.
Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Can we reach out to you after these?
I think if you reach out to, are you still here, Sana?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah. I don't know what the follow-up process is. Is there?
Yeah, if you have any questions, just reach out to myself. I'll be sending out an email to everyone with the recording, so you will get my email from there. So just drop me a message or an email.
Yeah.
Excellent. So it would be a recording of this session?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yeah, thank you, Sana.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. Right.
Yeah.
Okay, what I'll do, I'll stop recording if that's okay, and then once it's ready, I'll send it over to you.
And also, Sana, if you can, every sort of month or every couple of months, if you could do a refresher course for people like us who basically forget.
Yeah, I know that down, definitely. But we do have monthly digital marketing classes, so it'll cover different topics.
Right.
So yeah, we will send you a reminder of them.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks
Okay.
very much.
Thank you, Ping.
Have a good day.
Thanks.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thanks, that was great.
Thanks. All right, let's press stop. Where are we? Pause. Oh.